Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly reading. Thank you so much to the new subscribers who have joined and are watching. This is going to be the weekly astrology for the week ahead for the 17th of February through to the 23rd. And with the pick a card this week, as you'll notice, I usually have crystals with the cards, but it's going to be a bit different this week. And it was actually Kath's suggestion, Kath from Ireland. Thank you for your suggestion of doing the elements. So for your astrology. So basically you would choose based on, you can go with either your rising sign or your sun sign. So some people may not know their rising sign. So the first part here is for water. So if you've got a water, sun or rising, this is for air. So if you've got an air, water or, an air, rising or sun. And this one is fire. So fire, rising or sun sign. And this is for earth. Alright, so you would pick based on that. So the first one I'm going to do is for the water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. But before I get to picking the cards, or talking about the cards for you, I'm going to talk about the astrology. And also I'll just let you know, as I always do, if you'd like to book a private reading, go to the link below to my online store. If you live in the Sydney area, you can book a face-to-face reading with me. But if not, if you're overseas or in any country, you can book via my online store. I do email, video, live video chat readings, pre-recorded video like this one, and voice clips or voice recordings as well. Also chat readings as well. So like, for example, via Facebook, which is typing chat. So I have a variety of options for private readings. Now, this week, there's quite a few things. First of all, there's a shift from, we're going out of Aquarius season into Pisces season. So you may already be feeling, if you're a sensitive person, that sort of more dreamy energy is around. That sense of, you can feel the shift, you know, with the Aquarius energy, it's very cerebral. It's very much in the head energy, whereas Pisces has got more of an accepting softness to it and more of an emotional quality, a dreamy and creative quality. So this energy with Sun moving into Pisces, and happy birthday to all the Pisces people out there. You will feel this week, and I believe it's Tuesday actually that the Sun moves into Pisces, but I do need to double check that while I'm talking. I'll have a look at the ephemeris. I did write it down, but I think I wrote Tuesday. So Sun in Pisces is a very, it's better in my opinion than Aquarius in terms of the energy, because first of all, Sun in Aquarius is detriment. So I personally feel, for me, it's better. If you've got a lot of Scorpio, Leo, Taurus in your chart, you may have found Aquarius season a bit difficult, for example. So just having a quick look here while I've got the ephemeris. So let's see what day, just to be sure the exact date. Yes, so it's the 20th that the Sun moves into the sign of Pisces. So in a few days time. And then on the weekend, so this weekend we have a new moon in Pisces as well. Beautiful new moon in Pisces at 4 degrees of Pisces. So if you are an early born Pisces and you have anything around, say your Sun's in Pisces at 4 degrees, or you have a moon in Pisces, or anything in Pisces in your chart at 4 degrees, like a planet for example placed there, this will be very significant new moon for you in some way. It is conjunct with the Mercury retrograde, which I think is actually giving you insights about recent experiences that you've been going through. And Pisces is a very spiritual sign. It's a very in tune energy. Pisces can be known for confusion, but that's only if the energy is not channeled in its pure form. So for example, Pisces energy can be confusing if the person indulges in alcohol, which is known as the darker side of Pisces energy. Then they're not going to know what their intuition's telling them, because they're clouded by this negative Neptune Pisces energy. But if you purify your energy, the opposite sign being Virgo, which is about purification, you can tap into more of the purity of your intuition to get clear messages. And so, this weekend with the new moon in Pisces, if this is contacting something for you personally, it will be an opportunity to connect to your intuition in a very insightful way, to receive answers from your higher self, from your guides, from spirit. And it is a good time for communication with the other side, if that's something that you do, or through tarot, through divination. or through just journaling. Even if you're not into, seeking. So a lot of people that watch my channel are into using tarot and oracle cards and so forth, but if you're not into that, you might do some journaling and have realizations that are quite powerful and really connect to an inner truth, and an intuitive knowing. So also, new moon in Pisces is about surrender and trusting the flow of your life, trusting the flow of events, going with the flow of your life based off your intuitive knowing, not fully based on logic alone or worry or fear. It's more like having faith that things will work out because you are following your highest guidance. You're following your true north, your higher self, and you're in tune with that. So that's the sort of magical energy that's around this week with the Pisces energy, which I really like. This energy with the new moon in Pisces. If you have, say, Gemini or Sagittarius energy, the sun in Pisces and the new moon in Pisces may be more challenging for you. Sagittarius or Gemini, yeah. Because it squares those signs. But yeah, it is definitely for Pisces people a new beginning. Alright, so what else have we got here? Oh yeah, the big thing this week is the Mercury retrograde in the sign of Pisces. So, alright, for the Mercury retrograde period, which goes from today through to the 10th of March, strictly speaking, that is when it's exact. Of course, you will have this shadow period to deal with, which is a little bit before and after. But, this Mercury retrograde will go back out of Pisces, back into Aquarius, very late Aquarius. So if you have anything in your chart at 28 degrees, or around 28 degrees of Aquarius or a fixed sign, this could challenge you towards the March 10th period. But it is a time, as I'm sure you hear around, if you follow astrology stuff, that it's a time to review, revise, rethink, rework. Go over things mentally in a way to get clarity, because it can be for a lot of people a confusing time, especially in relationships, especially in regards to communications with others. There can be a lack of clarity, and for some people it can be very confusing with their own understanding of what they're meant to be doing next. But if you listen to your intuition, which is what Pisces energy is all about, you really will be able to tap into something with this, especially with that new moon in Pisces. Intuition can be very strong at this time. If you're someone that has your natal Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, this can actually be a time of things coming back to you in a positive sense, gaining clarity for your life, whereas previously you may not have had clarity. This is actually allowing you to get deep within your intuition. With the negative side of Mercury retrograde, yes, it can signify problems with electronics, with for example, I just yesterday realized that I'd lost a whole bunch of photos off my iPhone, so that was annoying. And I don't know when that happened, but I think it was because I didn't back those photos up, which I tend to be not good at. But I tend to, I don't back them up to the iCloud, but that's probably why it happened. And I was really annoyed because I lost a whole lot of photos. But it's interesting because photography directly relates to Pisces, and it's Mercury retrograde in Pisces, so I thought that was funny. But just be careful with things like that. Also with your communications, people may tend to be communicating more intuitively and maybe not so logically, so that can be a bit of a clashing energy. Mercury does not like to be in Pisces, prefers Gemini or Aquarius in general, or more logical energies. So there can be some haziness around at this time with the Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And double check anything important that you're sending, like whether it's an email that's important or sending off packages. Make sure you've got the address right, make sure you've got people's details correct. And we all make mistakes, so if it's something important, it's just going to be a hassle to have to revise it or fix it or whatever. So also not the best time to sign contracts or make huge life decisions, basically. Alright, so all week the other influence we've got going on is Jupiter in Capricorn sextile with Neptune. So that brings again this sense of expansion into the spiritual, but coming in a very practical sense with the Jupiter in Capricorn, which is in fall, but Neptune in Pisces in its home sign there. So there is a sense this week that we are resolving something that is based on our sense of inner faith and where we're headed in our life, even though we might be having to go very step by step at the moment, which is very much the energy this year, at least until while we've got Saturn in Capricorn. What else have I got here? Also with the Mercury retrograde, you may be hearing from people from your past, especially if the Mercury retrograde in your own natal chart is going through your 5th house, 11th house, or 7th house. Don't be surprised if you hear from people from your past, exes, ex-friends, ex-contacts, you know, that type of thing. And trust your intuition as to whether you want to get involved or not, I would say. Alright, so let's have a look at the cards then. So for the first lot, so as I said, this is for the water sign. So these are your messages. Material harvest, nice. Blue heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Oh, that's eerie. Pisces, so I've got the water signs here and Pisces comes up, which is funny because the new moon's in Pisces. I love that. Beautiful. So I don't look at the cards before I pull them out, so I like seeing how they relate to the astrology, which is very cool. So you guys, water signs this week are going to be experiencing some kind of abundance coming in potentially. Now remember, these are potential energies and general readings. It does say free will, so you do have to use your free will here, water signs, this week to manifest certain things, maybe working with the new moon energy in particular. Remember, this is more the water is for, or choosing water would be for your rising or your sun sign. So it says serve your higher purpose here. So there is something calling to you guys, or you water signs at the moment, intuitively, that you are sensing, and it is to do with being open to more abundance, more fulfillment in your life and going towards that. You know, it's so interesting here because there's also a repeated message. We have the number 9. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that there. There's a 9 there. 36 in numerology adds to a 9. 2 9s. So there is something that is ending for water signs here. But there is a new beginning, and it's beautiful. And you may be feeling a little bit pessimistic because of these heavy energies that we're all experiencing at the moment. But Pisces, again, is about having trust in the flow of your life and going with the flow. All right, there is good stuff coming in for you guys this week, and you should either hear some news about something very positive to do with finances, or to do with some kind of abundance, new opportunities, a new direction to do with fulfillment, because something is ending here. And for some people, this is the end of a karmic cycle. It may not be something very specific and tangible for some people that's ending, but it's actually the end of a karmic cycle is what I'm getting here. You've done some kind of work karmically in the past that is allowing you to go to a new level. So the blue heron here is make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right. See, again, it's talking about intuition, do what feels right. Interesting that the blue heron is a bird, but it's a water bird. So that's very interesting as well, I just realized. So I like those beautiful synchronicities there. And this is also about signs and messages. I'm getting messages from spirit, so pay attention, you water signs, to messages from spirit. There are signs and synchronicities and messages that you are receiving about direction in your life, about certain things that you're hoping to bring in. For some people, it could be relationship abundance, like as in, you know, more fulfillment in love. For some people, it's monetary or work or just extra money that's going to help you in the future. But this is a very beautiful energy here, which I love. And I feel like it's just saying trust your intuition very much this week and go with the flow of what feels right for you. Not what other people are saying, not other people's expectations and judgments. Okay, so this is the air signs. So you guys have fertility. Another bird. Appropriate also for the air signs, a falcon. Sun in Cancer, home. Focus on your home and love. Interesting. Very strong energy about family here for air signs. And, you know, it could be soul family. It could be... you know, actual family members, thinking of certain family members, air signs like mother or mothering, parenting, pregnancy. If it's not specifically, sorry about the glare, I think I'll just lift the camera up. If it's not specifically about pregnancy, family, you know, your mother, or, you know, parenting or being a mother, it's actually about a new project that you're being drawn towards, air signs, that is something to do with a change, to do with your home life and a sense of belonging. So this card's very strong here. 4, it's a number 4, which is about stability, Sun in Cancer. And the water there is very much giving me the feeling of intuition. It says focus on your home and love. So, you know, for some people, this is about where do I belong, and feeling a pull to something different that feels like the past may be closing off in some way. But we also have a communication card here with the number 3. 3s are about communication and self-expression. The Falcon card says, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. So if you are an air sign, you may, especially Geminis, tend to have a lot of self-doubt or back and forth in their minds about things. This is saying, you know, your intuition has been guiding you guys in a direction for a positive change in your life that is going to affect your home life, and you are meant to follow that. So, you know, again, I'll say these are general readings, and always listen to your own intuition above what any reader out there says, but this is just what I'm picking up on. So if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, well, maybe this reading's not for you. But I feel very strongly that I'm getting that your knowing, your higher self knowing, is guiding you at this time towards something of a positive change in your life. And maybe you have fears about it, because there's Sun in Cancer is also about comfort of what feels familiar, and maybe there's something that needs to change that is a little bit confronting. But I'm getting the phrase, you're working it out. So you are actually aware of this in some way, or a lot of you, or most of you, will be aware of what I'm talking about here to do with this change. And this is actually going to be very positive for you, but it may involve facing some fears and really trusting in your intuition that's guiding you. Okay, so the next slot, sorry about the noise outside, guys. There is construction going on, which is something that I have to deal with these days, with Saturn and Pluto going through my 3rd house. 3rd house being community and local area. So this is for fire signs. Wow. So you have unicorn, awareness. Interesting. I like that. The unicorn card says, indulge your creative, imaginative, magical side through some form of artistic expression. And you guys also have eclipse in Capricorn, a new direction. Sorry about the glare. 34, which is a 7, which is a very spiritual number. It says reevaluate success. Interesting, it says reevaluate with the Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is all about the reevaluation, revision and all that. So the fire signs, you guys are being a little bit challenged by the Mercury retrograde, because it's, especially if you're a Sagittarius, not so much if you're an Aries, but more the Sagittarius energy would be challenged by this. And this is, I'm getting reevaluating work situations and looking at how you can either change your approach. I'm getting the word detachment here, and the awareness card is like seeing things from a different perspective about how you're dealing with your workday. Maybe work for you has been a real slog and you just feel fed up or frustrated. That's one thing I'm picking up on. Let me just see what else I'm getting. For some people, there is a push in a new direction. It does say new direction, and I am feeling that with the awareness card, thinking of something new that you want to do and taking steps to take action with that, but it's going to require some faith and imagination. Let's see what else there is. For other fire signs, there is a very strong ambitious energy coming through here, and it's to do with new ideas and implementing new ideas for your life path in general. It may not be strictly career or work, though that could be part of it. I do feel for the fire signs that you are thinking of like big picture things, like the planning of your life, where you're going next, you know, setting up new things, new structures in your life with this Capricorn card, you know, like a new home, or, you know, worrying or thinking about your money and how you're going to progress. There's very strong ambitious energy with this, but it's almost like you have to sort of pace yourself and realize that it is going to be step by step. It is going to take time, because Capricorn energy is all about that. But the thing is, you have unicorn here, which says, you know, you do need to have faith. That think back on your life where whenever you've had change, things have always worked out, even if it's taken time or it's been difficult. Things have always worked out for you guys. So it is asking you to have that faith and trust in your awareness, your intuition, what's coming to you at this time, because there is a change coming that is to do with career, life direction in general. So this is the earth sign. So you guys have wisdom, number 5. Octopus, practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. So interesting. Okay. Suitable for the Pisces energy, the new moon in Pisces. That message. Sorry, I'm just trying to hold the camera and do this. Libra. Looks like the earth signs have some love coming in. And romance and romantic focuses. Enjoy life with music, love and romance. Something Libra, number 7. Harmony. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to put these up so I can see them properly. I'll just move these ones. So we have wisdom. Oh my gosh, they do not want to sit upright. Very flighty energy here. Oh my gosh. Alright, stay. Okay, good. Now, so wisdom. Okay, what I'm getting with this for the earth signs is that you guys this week are going to have some insights about a relationship. And there's something here with the octopus about, it's about shape-shifting and change and going with the flow of things as well. And, it being a water creature, and we have the beautiful swans here, 2 elements of water coming in for the earth sign. So there's definitely something about love and romance and relationships here. And I feel like this week or in recent times you've had insights about a relationship. And there is actually a couple in the background there, so it's interesting. And I think they have a child with them as well. Yes, they do. So there is something here about a future relationship that may have been a bit confusing to you in some way, or a bit elusive, such as the octopus energy, which is very shape-shifty. And, maybe even sometimes someone has been a bit shifty. The word was, standing out to me, or a bit shady in their behavior, or a bit tricky, But it feels like this message here is actually quite positive and saying there is something deeper going on here. It's not so much about focusing on, something negative here or perceived as negative. It's about moving through a situation where there are deep lessons to be learned from the wisdom card. So very strong energy with relationships here, very, very strong. So that's the main message. I don't feel for the earth signs I'm really getting anything else, but there may be new relationships forming for Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. There may be new situations, moving from old to new situations, or learning to be more adaptable and more open with how people may be different to you, in whether it's in friendship or love, is what I'm feeling is a focus this week. Alright guys, so that was the reading for the week ahead. I hope that you enjoyed that, and have a wonderful week everyone. Take care, bye.